Long ago, people believed that strength was built through hardship. Under the burning sun, men and women worked tirelessly, carrying heavy stones with pain written across their faces. Their hands were rough, their bodies tired, yet they continued, placing sand, cement, and rocks together in a way that looked messy and unorganized. To anyone watching, it seemed like chaos, but with time, that same effort gave birth to something beautiful. A strong, shining mansion stood tall, hiding all the struggle that had built it. In the same way, life trained people through difficulty. A young person pushed themselves beyond limits, sweating, struggling, and enduring pain while others looked on and said it was too much. It didn't seem fair. It didn't seem right. But later, when victory came, it looked easy. People cheered, forgetting the pain that came before the success. Back then, even children were shaped by responsibility. One night, a child found themselves alone in the darkness, searching for lost cattle under the quiet moonlight. Fear filled the air, but going home without them was not an option. Hours passed, and when the child finally returned, tired and empty-handed, there was no comfort waiting. Instead, they stood and watched as their food was given to the dogs, their hunger becoming a lesson they would never forget. And as the child stood there in silence, stomach empty and heart heavy, something began to change inside them. Something that would shape not only their future, but the way they would face every challenge that was still to come. From that moment on, the child began to understand that life was not only about comfort, but about correction and guidance. In those days, discipline did not come from parents alone. The whole community stood together in raising a child. An elder's voice could stop you in your tracks, and correction could come from any who saw you going the wrong way. It was strict, sometimes painful, but it shaped respect deep within the heart. Because of this, wrongdoing was rare. Fear of consequences lived in everyone's mind. A thief, once caught, faced the judgment of the community. Surrounded by serious and unforgiving faces, the punishment was harsh, unforgettable, so much so that many chose to never walk that path at all. Order was maintained, not by choice, but by the weight of discipline. And so the village lived in peace. Families stayed together, children respected their elders, and life moved with a sense of direction. There was structure, there was control, and above all, there was a shared understanding of right and wrong. But as time passed, things began to change. A new generation rose, one that saw the world differently. A teenager sat, eyes fixed on a phone, ignoring the voices that once guided them. The same boldness that once built strength now turned into defiance. Words like "I have rights" replaced silence and obedience. Arguments replaced listening. Freedom grew, but so did confusion. Soon, the order that once held everything together began to fade. Respect weakened, discipline disappeared, and chaos slowly took its place. People began to question everything, yet answers seemed harder to find. And now here we stand, at a crossroads. Like a person standing between two paths, one dark, strict, and disciplined, the other bright, free, and full of choice. Each path holds its own truth, its own consequences. The question is no longer about the past. It is about the future. Which path will we choose?